thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with the dub.
Well, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future.
Could be an alley. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over. Obviously, guys with experience at big-time universities.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback keeps it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Offense changing the play. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. He makes the catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They feed him again. Finds a little space. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down.
Here's a little room there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
The run inside. It's Brown. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Knew where we wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Reed. He's going to take off. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Reed. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, a lot of times you're trying to throw slants against man coverage. If you're going to do it against zone, it's got to be so precise, and that time just a little bit off, and that's why it falls incomplete.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Makes the grab in their space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it goes.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line. The Aggies will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Here's Manning to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Right on target this time. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Arch is going to throw for it. Complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now here's Manning. Oh, they're after him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Unloads it left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. The toss sweep to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Still on his feet. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the...
Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He might want another play. Throwing, Reed. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. To throw, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a deep grab. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama, taking on the number 3 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Crimson Tide, not even blinking in this top 25 matchup. They took the lead on the opening drive of the game, and they've been adding to it ever since. Tough to imagine a halftime pep talk is going to change things. Here now, some other games.
Caught, and he's got room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Reed to throw. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going for the big play. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Firing to the right, complete. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. Manning to the air again. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Arch Madness. He's got him this time. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Manning from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Longhorn! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got it. At the 35, he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests them.
Might have a chance. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Play fake, Marcel Reed. It's complete on the right side. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Got his man on the outside. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Going to try to get it himself. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you'd be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, but I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability to my advantage.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To throw, Manning. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The screen, and watch out.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down, 1 for 2 so far today. 4th down, Manning. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Going to spin it again, using his feet to buy time. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's the right decision.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! He got it, beat down in bounds. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Reed unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Past the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Aggie. The Aggies get it right back.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Manning with a play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Running inside, it's Smothers. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. The defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. It's complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The give on the counter. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
The run inside. It's Brown. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're 3 for 4 on 4th down in this one, and they'll try it again. Bring in the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Longhorns! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer. And now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
Reed dances away to buy time. Unloads to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Working that left side now. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I'll tell you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to...
Finding, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. We've got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Pressure coming. Chase to the right. On the run, fires downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown again. Got a little grass. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. Trying to run, it's Brown. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Keeps it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorn. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
Well, it hasn't been easy, but I'm impressed with what this quarterback has been able to do today, going up against a defense that really had his number. David, he got hit over and over again, took a couple sacks. He's turned it over a few times, but you can't talk enough about the composure and the poise and the resiliency of this upperclassman quarterback finding a way to get it done.
A lot of times you get hit, you start seeing ghosts, it speeds you up, and you don't have the ability to do this, to finish the game. But, dude, the toughness, the resilience, the adversity, this is a guy that's played a lot of football, and because of that, he didn't blink, he didn't flinch, and he just finished this game for his offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.